In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with Prime Location by installing and activating the Prime Location theme. This is the website we're going to be working with. This is just a default WordPress install. If you're working with an existing theme, of course you will have some other content, or if it's a new install, then you would just have the default WordPress theme. In this case, we're working with the default 2015 theme. So the first thing you want to do is log into the dashboard of your site, and here's the dashboard of our site, and this is where we're going to be working from. If you're new to WordPress, your dashboard menus are here on the left hand side. Now when you purchased your theme, you received an email with a link to download Equity and Prime Location. If you don't have that email, you can also go to Agent Evolution My Account. Go to Agent Evolution, and click on My Account. And here under My Account you will have your API downloads, which is Equity, and your available downloads. You should have the Prime Location theme. Just download those zip files to your desktop, because we're going to be using those zip files to install the theme. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard of our site, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to the Appearance menu to Themes, and we're going to install Equity first. Equity has to be installed before Prime Location is, so we're going to do that first. Just click on the Add New button, then click on Upload Theme, and then click on the button to choose the file. I'm going to choose this file from my desktop. I'm going to choose the Equity zip file. There we go. There's Equity zip. And then we click Install Now. Okay, it's installed, but we don't want to activate Equity. It just needs to be installed first. So we're going to return to the Themes page, and then we're going to go back to Add New. We're going to upload theme, and now we're going to choose Prime Location. Choose the file. We're going to look for that Prime Location zip file now on my desktop. There it is. I'm going to install now. Okay, and then we want to click Activate. And there we go. You'll see now that our Prime Location is now installed and activated. So let's go to the front of our site and reload. And you'll see now we have Prime Location installed. It does require some configuration of the home page widgets. That's covered in another video, but we do have it installed now. So let's go ahead and let's go back to the back end of our site to the dashboard. Now, a lot of our clients find that having some sample content helps them to get the site configured, and we have files included in the Prime Location zip file. Let's go to, we've extracted Prime Location here, and inside that zip file you'll see there's several directories here: images, languages, lib, plugins, XML. And the sample content is in the folder called XML. So we're going to open that up. And you'll see there's several files here. There's the basic content, which are post, pages, and menus XML. There's also one for the WP Listings plugin. If you're not using IDX, you may want to install that as well, and we'll go through that. You also have some WIE files, which are widgets, and we'll do that a little bit later. And you also have a slider JSON file for installing the sample slider, like we have on the Prime Location demo with no IDX. So we're going to start with the basic content XML. So let's close this and go back to our site. And we're going to go down to our dashboard to Tools, Import. Okay, and in this import page, we're going to select WordPress, because these are WordPress XML files. And WordPress requires that you install this WordPress Importer plugin. If you don't already have it installed, you will get this pop-up to install it. So we're going to install this plugin now. Okay, now it says install. We just click on the link to activate it and run the importer. Now we're ready to go. We're going to click choose file, and we're going to choose that XML file from our prime location folder that we extracted from the zip file. Go to XML, and we want to select basic content. We're going to open that up, and then we click upload file and import. Now once it's imported, you've got a couple of options here you need to set before you're done. The first is to assign an author. Our XML file has the author agent Evo. You will want to assign these to your user name, or if you want to create a new user, you can create a new user here. We're going to select the user that we set up here called John Smith. So we're going to assign these to John Smith. And then under import attachments, you want to make sure you check this little box that says download and import file attachments. These are the images that are attached to your post and pages, so you want to be sure and check that. Now click the button to submit. Okay, our import's all done. So now we have the post, pages, and menus just like the demo. So let's check that. Let's go to post, all post, and there are our posts. You'll see they now are assigned to John Smith because I checked that in the author. If we go to pages, same is true with pages. We've got all of our pages just like the demo. And let's go to appearance menus. And you'll see those menus have been imported as well. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is, because we're setting up this site without an IDX, we're going to be using WP listings. So we're going to import that listings XML file as well. But before we do that, we have to install the plugin. So let's go to plugins, add new, and let's find that WP listings plugin. There we go. So we want to install that first and go ahead and activate it. Okay, so you'll see now you have a new menu here for listings, and it's empty. So we're going to import those listings. So let's go back to Tools, Import, WordPress. We've already got that WordPress Importer plugin installed, so now we can just choose that file. And let's go back to Prime Location, Listings, XML, and open that. Upload the file. And again, we're going to assign this to John Smith. Check the box to import those file attachments and submit. You'll see I got some import failures for bedrooms and bathrooms. That's because our demo has that taxonomy set up for the WP listings. If you can do that later, you can add that to the listings in your site. Or if you want to do that, set it up before you import, you just go to Listings, Register Taxonomies, and you can add bedrooms and bathrooms here for your listing taxonomy. So you'll have that taxonomy set up before you import it. Okay, now that's post, pages, menus, listings. Now we want to import those widgets. Because the home page is composed entirely of widgets, we want to go ahead and get that set up so we don't have to configure each and every one. So to do that, we need to install another plugin. We're going to go to Appearance, to Plugins, Add New. This time we want to add a plugin called the Widget Importer and Exporter. Widget Importer Exporter. There we go. It's this widget right here, Widget Importer and Exporter. It looks like a little shipping container there. We're going to go ahead and install that. And let's go ahead and activate this plugin. And now we can import that widget file. So if we go back to Tools, we now have a new option for Widget Importer and Exporter. I'm going to select that. I'm going to import a WIE file. I'm going to choose the file. Now Prime Location comes with two different sets of widgets. If you're going to be using IDX Broker on your site, select the IDX Broker widgets WIE file, and that will pull in those IDX Broker widgets on the front of your site. We're setting up this site to not use an IDX, and instead we're going to be using the WP Listings plugin. So we're going to select that WIE file for this tutorial. So let's go ahead and open that, and let's import those widgets. Okay, now you'll see we got an import failure for the soliloquy slider. That's because it hasn't been installed yet, and we'll cover that in a different video tutorial. So you'll see all of the home page and footer widgets have already been imported. So let's go back to the front of our site and let's refresh. And there it is. You'll see now that we've got all of our widget areas fleshed out now with the widgets just like on the demo. Now we haven't set up the menus. We'll cover that in a different video. Okay, now that we've got some sample content in there, the last thing we need to do is to enter that equity API key. You should have received that key in the email that you received. If not, again, you can go to my account on Agent Evolution, and you will find it under my API keys. Let's go to the dashboard of our site. To enter that, just go to Equity, License, and just enter the license key and the license email and save those changes. And that will make you eligible for updates and support for 1 year for that license. And this is how you install and configure the Prime Location theme.